how we doing, guys? As you see, beautiful Sunday. Could be better if I didn't work so much. Judging by this, it's not gonna be very pleasant Sunday. Yeah, getting together a set of knives for True North. Neil wanted a couple of these knackers. He really liked it when he saw them in person and on the show. He got a couple of them. So knackers, sharkies. I think I still have to do 2. 8, yeah, 2 more of those. And 2, do I? Yeah, 2. I think I have plenty of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 10 and 10, and I promised a couple more friction folders. I have to see how many parts I have. Hopefully I have some more. So that's done. That's hopefully gonna be done today, and I actually threw in some extra spare of sheets there. So hopefully the next time I do a couple knackers and a couple sharkies, you know, I will have sheets done, because they are pretty much similar, and there is still a lot of actually fitting towards the end of it. And when I'm doing the thumb ramp, I have to kind of play around with the hole retention on every single one. So it doesn't really matter if the rub will be microscopically different on the front. So that's good. That's why I did a couple extra. I want to show you this. So I had the customer, good, nice guy, very nice guy, who bought this a while back, and he enjoyed using it. And over time, he asked me to do couple upgrades to it. Upgrades, I don't know if I would call it upgrades. Like I did the rock pattern on the spine, on the blade, just to match the rock pattern or the micro bark pattern on the thigh. And then later down the road, he asked me to do the copper wash, and I had a hell of a time with the copper wash. That's actually why I don't offer. I had a couple people ask me if I would do the copper wash, you know, backwards on the, not backwards, like, you know, on the knives that they got, if they could send it for a copper wash treatment. And after this one, it's not something I want to risk. I told them that because the copper wash is just too random. You know, it could come up really cool the first time, but it could also just wash out. You know, stuff that some people actually do like. Me personally, not so much. I'll show you an example. Now, this is kind of like that washed out copper wash. Now, that copper is everywhere, but you see the difference, how much copper is here and how much there. And it was the same, like, you know, that's the randomness of it. And I personally don't like this. I know some people do. And that means that when I was doing that, I actually had to do the copper wash 3 times. And that was messing up with everything. So it was a functional knife, but over time actually it caused that lux slip. And I felt bad for a guy, and he is a really nice guy. I did fix the knife, so I will actually have, you know, functioning knife. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna keep it with the late lockup like this, even though it's not that bad actually. I'm gonna make him a new one. First, I tried to do the new blade. I fitted 2 new blades in it, and they all had problems. Like, they were off-center for some reason. I don't know if it was the scales or the blade. I think one of the blades, I know that the hole was crooked. It wasn't drilled square. So I actually scrapped that one. That one actually became this. Some of you noticed that there's a large pivot. I actually re-drilled that hole in the pivot for the 3/16, and that blade became this. So after second blade and bunch of problems, you can kind of see that I was already fitted the blade in these areas. I said, you know what, screw this isn't worth. I might as well just make him a new knife. You know, he's gonna be super happy about that, and it will take me about the same time as trying to fit, you know, just one single part into already existing knife. So I came up with this, and I hope he likes it. He said he does on Instagram. I love it. I think it's really cool. It was inspired by that kind of modification, slight modification of the one I did on mine. So you see that I kind of straighten up that back of the handle. You can see that here is that hump. I have that what Jeff calls Fowler's handles normally. So I kind of straightened that up. Made, instead of one continuous curve, I made 2 shallower curves on the bottom. That slims down the handle on the end of the knife slightly, more sleek looking. And that's actually the little subtle details like that actually really are making this large flipper for me. I wasn't the biggest fan of the large flipper for the size, but ever since I did this, that kind of like a slimmed down version of the back, really like it. Grows on me quick. And this one is very similar, you know, that cool blade shape. I think it's a cool blade shape. Cool handle shape. Similar shaping of the handle actually, like I did on mine. And I know he likes that micro bark pattern like that, so that's what I did here. So with a little bit of that crater up front, almost like a, you know, almost like a bolsters, but then it changes to that bark on the flats, and I did that bark on the top, on the flats of the blade as well, since he liked it, and since he actually paid me for a pin jock previously on that, I did the same thing on this, you know, kind of like making it even, you know. So he did lose the orange. He said he did like the orange carbon fiber, but it just, I don't know, I think it might be one of the reasons also why it was causing the problems in this one. Maybe it worn out or something, no idea. But this one is pretty cool. It's super smooth. Look, it just falls in and flies like a rocket. Also like the little change on the flipper, just flies open really quick. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you will enjoy these when they hit the True North knives. Hope Neil will enjoy them, and I'll try to enjoy the Sunday as much as I can. Can't promise that though. Guys, have a great Sunday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.